Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll learn the image classification using scikit-learn perceptron. Okay, this is a neural network problem, you can say, that we need to pass the input images and it will assign the weights and it will go through the neural network. Then it will predict the outcome, that is 0 and 1. So here we are doing the binary classification. That means we have only two classes, okay, that is 0 and 1. Okay, so I will show you the data set, and these are the, first of all, you can see these are the imported libraries that we will need. Some of maybe we don't need. Okay, then this is the data set path. Okay, I will show you the data set. First of all, you can see these are the cloud images and these are the sun images. That means we have only two classes, that is cloud and sun. Okay, now what we'll do, we will first of all we will read all the images. Okay, so first of all we will initialize the variables image, then image list and the labels, we can say, okay, equals to labels. Then we'll put images over here and labels. These are the two empty lists we are assigned. Then what we'll do, we will just read all the images from the folder. So there are several methods that we can read the images from the folder, from the directory, right? So this is the one that I'm using, that is os.listdir, and we are passing the path over here, right? Then what we'll do, we'll read all the images. So we'll assign any variable, like let's say TEP, and I will read all the images, that is io.imread function. Then here I need to pass the os.path.join, and I need to join these two, that is file, that is path, and the image, all images from this directory, right? Then I need to read the images as a grayscale. Okay, so I'll put equals to true. Then I need to resize the images, to reshape the images 1 minus 1. Then we need to append all the read images into the images that list. Okay, so what we'll do, image dot append, what we need to append, that is TEP, that is read images. Okay, so the next step is to split, to give the condition that if they're having a cloud, then put 1 inside this label list, else if they're having a sun, then put 0 over there. That means we are assigning the labels to each of the images. Okay, so we will do here, that is, if I will explain this in a minute, guys. We are splitting with the underscore sign. So you can see here that cloud underscore 1. So we are splitting this cloud in a separate, then 1 is a separate. Okay, so if you do like this, you will get cloud and 1. Okay, so we need this cloud, that is name. So this is in the 0th place, that is 0th index. So I put 0. If this is true, if there is a cloud, then what you need to do, append in the label, that is the labels dot append. What you need to append, 1. If there is a cloud, then append 1. I need to put this in the parenthesis, this and this as well. So if there is a cloud, then put 1, else put 0. I hope you understand what I did over here. I have split by using underscore sign. That means cloud is different and number is different. Okay, I need this in this particular string, that is cloud. If this is a cloud, then append 1, else append 0. else labels dot append 0. Okay, cool. Then we will execute this cell. Now you can check in y, not y, we have assigned the labels. You can see if there is a cloud then 1, and if there is a sun then 0, right? So we can check the length of this. It should be 200 because the data set we are using, that is 200. You can see here, like, okay. So, and in images as well, if you check the length of the images, you will get 200. Okay, now the next step is we need to append the we need to concatenate the images as axis equals to 0. When you will do this, you can see now it is converted into the it is means before it was in the list format, right? So I have concatenate in the axis equals to 0, right? And if you check the let's say if you check the x dot shape, you will get 200, right? At 200 is the images, right? Then this is 409640, means this 4096 means 64 by 64. Our image size is 64 by 64. If you can see here, the image dimension is 64 by 64, means that is a pixel size. Okay, so we are getting 4096 pixels. One thing to remember here, that when you will perform this action, in that case your image should have equal dimensions, each image having a equal pixels, like 64 by 64 or 244 by 244 or 200 by 200. Okay, so you can resize your images. Okay, so if you want to let's say you have a different data set and you want to resize that data set, I have a code in my GitHub repository. I will put the link in the description below. You can get it from there. Or else you want to rename your data set, like you can see here, cloud then underscore then 22. These are the names that I have renamed. So if you want to rename that, also code, it is in my GitHub. I'll put the link in the description below. Okay guys, now we'll go ahead and we'll see what we can do in the next step, that we can visualize these things, these images. So how we can visualize, I will show you in the 0th place of the not y labels. Labels, it is 0, right? Labels is the labels that we have appended all the 1 and 0. Okay, so in the 0th place there is a 1. Okay, now when you want to plot this one, plt dot plot x of 0, you need to reshape this by 64 by 64. Okay, so you can see this is a grayscale image because we have already put as a gray equals to true, right? Then this is a cloud image, 1 equals to cloud. Let's say we will put the -1, that is reverse index, right? You can see this is a sun image. So plt, by using plt dot I'm sure you can visualize your data set. Then what the next step is to split your data. X comma y equals to, we'll use shuffle over here. Shuffle, and inside we can pass x comma y, and we can pass the random state. What this random state does, if you execute this cell n number of times, that means the output will remains same. Okay, not y, we have used labels, right? Okay, then we will split x underscore train comma y underscore x train x test, right? Then y train and y test. Okay, then we use the train test split, and we'll use x comma y, and we use random state also, and we can pass the test size, but I will not pass over here. I will change this to 0. You can check x underscore train dot shape, you'll get 150, and if you check on the test dot shape, you'll get 150. Means we are using 150 out of 200 record. We are using the 150 for training, and for testing we are using 50, right? Now we are good to go to make a model for this one. So for that I will make a pipeline for this. So I will initialize the variable that is CLF, that is classifier, and I will make a pipeline for this one. I have already imported, that is make underscore pipeline from the scikit-learn.pipeline module, right? Then here I can pass the standard scalar that I need to standardize the data. Then the linear model. From this linear model I will use the perceptron. Okay, so here if you press the shift and tab continuously, you will get this option, and you can see lots many things that you can pass inside this perceptron. So here I will pass this tolerance, right? So TOL equals to 1 E minus 3, and here also we can pass the random state, that is let's say 1 2. Okay, now we'll fit this model CLF dot fit x underscore train comma y underscore train, x train and y train. When you will execute CLF dot fit, okay, position argument follows keyword argument. Okay, let me check. Okay, so I did not put this equals to sign. Okay, now our pipeline is ready, and what this pipeline will does, guys, first of all the dataset will goes from this standardization standard scalar, and then after this standard scalar it will perform this action, that is linear model dot perceptron. Okay, then it will it will fit x train and y train. First of all it goes through this standard scalar, then it will perform this perceptron activity, perceptron model, that is linear underscore model dot perceptron. Okay, now the next step is to predict the by using text data, right? So y underscore pred equals to CLF dot predict x underscore test. When you will check the pred, you can see we are predicting this, and when you will check the shape, it should be a 50. Okay, now because the x test was 50, so the next step is we'll check the accuracy, and we'll plot the confusion matrix. So I will initialize the variable ACU, and the matrix dot accuracy score. Inside we need to pass the x y test and y pred. Okay, and when you will check the accuracy, we are getting 98% accuracy. Okay, still we are getting good accuracy because we did not perform a much data pre-processing, and maybe the dataset is very small because only 200 samples is there. That's why we are getting a good accuracy here, right? Now we'll try to plot the confusion matrix. Matrix dot plot confusion matrix, and we need to pass the model here, it is CLF, and the x test and the y test. Okay, we are getting this matrix. Also, if you want to change the color, maybe C map, inside this we need to pass plt.cm dot maybe something like blue. You can change the color as well. Okay, so like this we can visualize by using confusion matrix, and you can pass maybe classes as well. Can check here. Maybe the labels also we can pass, and can get see, this is the n classes, means if you pass the labels. So we have two labels, that is cloud and this. So we can initialize that like labels equals to we need to let's say class name, let's say class name, and maybe in the string format we need to pass I'm not sure, but I can check this. Cloud will pass, we'll try to pass in the list, and the cloud and sun. Okay, and we'll pass this class name, maybe. Okay, maybe it should be we need in the array, can check here, labels array like shape n classes. Okay, so maybe we need a shape of this. So we can try this one. Okay, still we are getting yeah, because this should be in the numeric format. Before we need to perform that one hot or label encoding, or else we can use the pd.getDummies option also we have in the pandas. So from that we can check and we can plot that one. Okay, so you can try from yourself, guys. I hope you will learn good things from here, that how we can process the image, how we can classify the image by using scikit-learn perceptron. Okay, if you have a different data set and you want to predict some, like you want to classify some images, so you can use this perceptron to classify the images. Okay, so before that you need to just reshape your data set into equal dimension or equal pixel, then you can process that one. Okay, now if you want to predict, let's say I have a let's say I have this image, let's say I have this image, and let's say file name, and I'll pass this, let's say cloud underscore one dot png. This is the image, and I want to predict this image whether this is a cloud or this is sun. Okay, So I just want to show you how we can test that one, right? So simple thing is to clf dot predict, and here before that we need to perform some action. That first of all we need to read this image, right? Then I will copy this and I just want to show you how we can do this one, and maybe this will be okay. Yeah, but we are not getting let me check here that if there is a cloud it should be a 1, but we are getting 0. Yep, just a minute guys, I did not change this file name. Yeah, you can see here when you will change the file name, means this path, and this we have already like cloud is the image, and we are getting the cloud output, that is 1 we have assigned here for the cloud. Okay, so we are good accuracy, that is 98%. That's why we are getting, because this is very small data set, right? So like this we can predict the outcomes. Okay, so guys, if you have any query in this, please comment me in the comment box. Okay, and please do like and subscribe to my channel for more motivation guys. Thank you.